G-E-N, Gen Math, Kahlil, Ryle, Charles, Glenn, Group 3.
Problem number 1, simple annuity. Hits are given. Present value is 80,000 pesos. Rate is 8%. Converted to decimal, 0.08. K is number of conversion periods in a year, which is 12. Time or T is 3 years. I or interest is R over K, which is 0.08 over 12. N is equals to T multiplied to K. 3 times 12, it would be equals to 36. This is a simple annuity due because the predict payment was made in the beginning of each payment interval, and the compounded payment is equal to payment interval. So the formula we are going to use to find Anna's monthly payment is P equals to present value multiplied to I over 1 minus quantity 1 plus I raised to the power of negative n multiplied to quantity 1 plus I. We input our values, and then after calculating, we get the answer of 2,490.31. Therefore, Anna's monthly payment is 2,490.31 pesos. And to compute the total amount that Anna repays, we are going to use the formula FV, or future value, is equals to P multiplied to the quantity of 1 plus I raised to the power of n minus 1 over I multiplied to quantity 1 plus I, or the sum of 1 plus I. Input our values and calculate. Our final answer would be 101,619.08.
Good day, Montealto. I'm Degamon from grade 11 sa Marconi, and today I'll be solving question number 2 for letter A. For question number 2, we'll be solving using the formula of the periodic payment of the simple ordinary annuity. So this will be P is equals to PV multiplied to the interest all over 1 minus 1 plus interest to the power of negative n, or negative T multiplied to K. For our values, our PV is equals to 20,000, our rate is equals to 0.1, for this is 10%, and K is equals to 12, and for our time, which is 1.5 years, is equals to 1.5 years. So these values should be input in a calculator in order to obtain the closest answer. So just input the values into the formula, and the formula should solve the closest answer to the in the calculator. So in the calculator, the periodic payment is equals to 1,201 pesos and 14 centavos.
Problem number 3, simple annuity. This problem is a simple ordinary annuity because the periodic payment is made at the end of each payment interval, and the interest conversion or compounding period is equal or the same as the payment interval. And so here is our given. Our P, or periodic payment, is 2,000 pesos. Rate is 5%. Converted into decimals, it would be 0.05. K is 12. T, or time, is 2. I is R over K, which would be 0.05 over 12. N is K multiplied to T. 12 times 2, it would be equals to 24. In the problem, we are asked about the future value, so we are going to use the formula FV, or future value, is equals to P multiplied to quantity 1 plus I raised to the power of n minus 1 over I. We input our values and then calculate with our scientific calculator, and then we get the final answer of future value is equals to 50,371.84 pesos.
Letter A, number 4. Find the amount of simple ordinary annuity with 2,000 pesos deposited every year for 5 years at 9% per year compounded quarterly. So before anything else, we have to identify first whether it is a simple or general annuity word problem for us to know what formula we will use. And since it's already asked what is the simple ordinary annuity, so we will use the formula future value is equals to periodic payment quantity 1 plus interest rate period quantity to the power of total number of conversion period minus 1 over interest rate period. And then we will plot all the given values. So 2,000 pesos quantity 1 plus annual rate 900 over 4, which is 0.0225 quantity to the power of 5 times 4, so 20 minus 1 over 0.0225, and the answer will be 49,823 pesos and 4 cents. So you subtract it to 5 years times 2,000, so it will be 39,823 pesos and 4 cents. Therefore, the interest of the money invested is 39,823 pesos and 4 cents. Thus, the investment will return 49,823 pesos and 4 cents.
For number 5, let us identify our given. Our P is equals to 50,000 pesos. Our rate is at 8.5%. Our K is equals to 12 since it is compounded monthly, and our T is equals to 4 years. This problem is a simple ordinary annuity because of the phrase a deposit at the end of each month with the keyword end, and this problem is looking for the present value. Formula to be used is present value is equals to P times the quantity of 1 minus quantity 1 plus I raised to the power of negative n over I. Other formulas, we have I is equals to R over K and N is equals to T times K. Simply substitute the values. For our I, we will be using 0.085 over 12 and we will not be converting it into decimal form. Our N is equals to 4 times 12, that is equals to 48. We have our present value, and therefore Cesar needs to deposit 2,028,537.19 pesos to achieve the goal he wanted.
Problem number 1, general annuity. This problem is a general ordinary annuity, which the periodic payment is made at the end of each payment interval and the interest conversion or compounding period is unequal or not the same as the payment interval. Here is our given. P or periodic payment is 50,000 pesos, T or time is 5 years, rate is 6%, converted into decimal, it would be 0.06. K is compounded, which is 4, I is equals to R over K, which is equals to 0.06 over 4, N is equals to T multiplied to K, 5 times 4, which is equals to 20. P or payment interval is equals to 6, C or compounding period is 3, D is equals to P over C, which is equals to 6 over 3, which would be 2. And the formula we are going to use in finding the amount of an annuity which is asked in this problem is FV, or future value, is equals to P multiplied to quantity 1 plus I raised to the power of N minus 1 over quantity 1 plus I raised to the power of B minus 1. We input our values and then calculate. Our final answer would be FV, or future value, is equals to 573,788.27. Therefore, the amount would be 573,788.27.
Letter B, number 2. What is the present value of general ordinary annuity of 4,200 pesos per quarter for 10 years if the money is worth 9% compounded semi-annually? The word problem was trying to find the present value of general ordinary annuity. Therefore, we will use the formula. Present value is equals to periodic payment quantity 1 minus quantity of 1 plus interest rate period quantity to the power of negative n over 1 plus interest rate period quantity to the power of b minus 1. And then we will plot all the given values. So present value is equals to 4,200 quantity 1 minus quantity of 1 plus 900 over 2, which is 0.045, quantity to the power of negative 10 times 2 because it's semi-annually, so negative 20 over 1 plus 0.045 quantity to the power of 3 over 6, which is 0.5 minus 1. And then do the basic math or do it in your calculator. We will get the answer 110,482 pesos and 39 cents. Therefore, the present value is 110,482 pesos and 39 cents.
For number 3, let us identify the given. Our P is equals to 2,000 pesos. Our rate is at 4%. Our K is equals to 2 because it is semi-annually. Our T is equals to 5 because at the beginning of the 6th year. Our P is equals to 3 because of each quarter. And months and a compounding period is equals to 6 because it is semi-annually. The problem is a general ordinary annuity because of the phrase, we'll deposit 2,000 pesos at the end of each quarter with the keyword end. And is looking for the future value. Therefore, formula to be used is future value is equals to P times the quantity of 1 plus I raised to the power of n minus 1 over quantity 1 plus I raised to the power of b minus 1. Other formulas to be used, we have I is equals to R over K and N is equals to T times K and B is equals to P over C. Simply substitute the values. Our I is equals to 4 over 2 or 0.02, our N is 5 times 2 or 10, and our B is equals to 3 over 6 or 0.5. We now have our future value. Therefore, the sum to Efren's credit is 44,016.79 pesos.
Good day, Montealto. I'm Degamon from grade 11 MARCONI, and today I'll be solving question number 4 for letter B, where question number 4 asks for the periodic payment of the general ordinary annuity for where the future value is given. For the future value, this will be 50,000 and our rate is equals to 0.04, and for our K is equals to 4, T is equals to 2, P is equals to 1, and our C is equals to 3. And this is our formula. Just input the values of our variables into the formula. And using our scientific calculator, just input the formula or our inputted values in the formula into the calculator in order to obtain the closest answer or the best answer. So using our scientific calculator, the answer will be 2,004.84 pesos. Good day, Montealto. I'm Degamon from grade 11 MARCONI, and today I'll be solving question number 5 for letter B, where question number 5 asks for the periodic payment of the general ordinary annuity for where the future value is given. For our future value, this will be 20,000 pesos, and for our P is equals to 6, C is equals to 3, and K is equals to 4. T is equals to 10 years, and lastly for our R, this will be 0.12 or 12%. So just substitute the values into the formula. So this will be 20,000 multiplied to 1 plus 0.12 all over 4 to the power of 6 over 3, or this would be equal to 2 minus 1 all over 1 plus 0.12 all over 4 to the power of 10 times 4, or this will be 40 minus 1. Just input the the formula or the equation into the scientific calculator in order to obtain the best possible answer. For our answer, this will be 538 pesos and 45 centavos.
Gen Math, Kahlil, Ryle, Charles, Glenn, Group 3.